listening. Thank you for watching. If you're so motivated to do so, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. What is it that you are willing to do to be in the presence of a man that you feel you're in love with? What are you willing to sacrifice? Carlee Russell was willing to sacrifice her career, her freedom, her finances, because she is going to get sued for or fined for this false goose chase. It's not like she's just going to walk away. There's no way that the law enforcement is going to allow that to happen. Shirley. I always shorten it to Cheryl, but some people don't like that. Shirley Strawberry. What is she willing to sacrifice to be in the presence of Ernesto? Now, the difference between these two ladies is not much. One is 25 and one is almost 70 years old. And we all can learn something from this, because Carlee Russell and Shirley Strawberry are not the only ladies out here who's willing to sacrifice everything to be with a man. And there's a saying that you can gain the whole world and lose your soul. So I want you ladies out here to think, and men, because men can be simps as well when it comes to love. What are you willing to sacrifice of yourself, of your soul, just to be with a person that you know isn't right? Now, these two ladies knew these men were not right. In Carlee's case, he was cheating on her, amongst other things, I'm sure. In Shirley Strawberry's case, she knew this man was a fraud, a con artist, and everything else. Okay? Now, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, well, you should mind your own business. You shouldn't talk about what's going on with Shirley Strawberry. Mind your own business. Well, you know what? And with the Carlee thing, people should just buck off. She's home now. At least that's what the parents' attitude was. And my thing is, in Shirley's case, you're a celebrity. So celebrities want to flaunt their engagements and their marriage and their relationships when things are going good, but then want everybody to buck off and shut up when things aren't going so good. They want to flaunt their wealth and their diamonds and this and that and all of this other stuff and their lifestyle. But when things aren't going all that great, they just want you, to mind your own business. Get real. And the same thing like in the Carlee Russell case, when the parents knew that something was fuddy-duddy, in my opinion, they knew something was going on. But they had to keep with the lie. They chose to keep with the lie. Just like they're choosing to keep with the lie now. And when she came home and then they discovered that something was a little off about what was going on, then that's when they wanted everybody to buck off. They didn't want her speaking to the police anymore because she would just further incriminate herself. And, you don't get to reach out to the public, draw all kinds of resources and attention to this situation, and then when you discover it's nothing but a bunch of BS, everybody needs to just buck off and mind their business. Well, thank you, you ungrateful so-and-sos. Carlee Russell's parents are the most ungrateful so-and-sos I've ever seen. And her brother, who went to social media saying how this case wasn't being taken seriously because we all know why, implying that it was because she's black. And it turned out she was nothing but a con artist and a liar and an attention seeker. Why? Over a mine. We all know how Carlee dragged the stripper that her boyfriend was messing around with. She's supposed to think that she was better than the other girl because she's a nurse and you're a stripper and I'm beautiful and you're ugly. I'm so high post. I got mommy and daddy. I'm driving a Mercedes and all of that, and your man is still bucking the stripper, okay? So apparently that wasn't a big factor for him and who he decided to slide with. So, ladies, all this, you're better than the competition and so forth and so on. That doesn't mean a darn thing because you could be so high post, so this, so that, and so forth and so on, but your man still is slipping with somebody who doesn't have all those things. And so she felt as though since she was so this and that and that and this over the other girl, that she was somehow entitled to this man. Someone who grew up with mommy and daddy, who's a nurse and has a red Mercedes and has all this and that. She's supposed to get the man. Well, it doesn't always work that way. And you're willing to throw it all away and risk it all just so you can possess this man, because that's what it was about, Carlee. He was a possession. And maybe you made him feel like a possession, which is why he wanted to be with someone who probably made him not feel like a possession. Everybody's talking all this stuff about people need to mind their own business and buck off with Shirley Strawberry. Give me a break. And all the family members who saying that people shouldn't speculate and say stuff about Carlee. Well, you weren't saying that when she was missing, now were you? Just because it turned out that she was a damn liar doesn't mean that everybody should just go buck off now. No, we're not just going to buck off. You buck off. We all know the Carlee Russell story where she took the nation on a wild goose chase. Had a lot of people donating money and looking for her on foot, had the search dogs out. All of this, parents worried halfway to death, and she was not truly missing. There was no toddler on the side of the road. We all know, we all saw the press conference, she lied. And though we saw the interview with the parents, we know that they had the mannerism, especially the father, that something about the story was a little off. I believe that's why he kept his mouth mostly shut. He did not want to lie. In the interview that I saw, he only said two things. The mother did most of the talking. And the mother seemed like she was trying to convince us that it was the truth, when deep down inside, I believe that she knew something was off about the story. You know, as a parent, when your child is lying or there's something that they're not telling you, especially if you're close to your children. You raise them, you know, when they, as kids sometimes do, they did something wrong and they don't want to get in trouble. So I think the parents maybe not knew when she was missing, but when she came back, they knew that something was off. So Carlee Russell's boyfriend, the object of her desire and the object of what she was willing to sacrifice everything for, Carlee Russell's boyfriend totally deleted all references to her on his social media. Carlee Russell's boyfriend deletes Instagram posts about her kidnapper after cops say there's no evidence of one. So no balding Ronald McDonald kidnapped her off the side of the road using Boss Baby to lure her out of the car. This is a News One article from July 20th. I will leave a link in the description below of all the references used in this video. In an indication of continued fallout over the controversial disappearance of a young black woman in Alabama, her boyfriend has taken steps to update his social media presence, which apparently includes removing any trace of his public support for her. The developments came in the hours after local law enforcement in the city of Hoover suggested during a press conference on Wednesday that Carlee Russell, 25 years old, may have staged her own disappearance that also alleged she was kidnapped by Ronald McDonald, or maybe it was Prince Harry. Prince Harry has orange hair, is balding in the back, for 48 hours last weekend. At some point following the press conference, Tomar Latrell Simmons deleted a post on his Instagram that had previously gone viral in part because of his support for her, the way he reinforced her claim that she was kidnapped and how he described her condition as being physically dire. And my thing is this, the post where he was saying that she was literally fighting for her life for 48 hours. The post also suggested she was not physically or mentally stable as a result of her ordeal with her kidnapper. Well, now that it's all blown out that she's lying, I believe that she should be under some sort of suicide watch, because the curtain has been pulled back, and if she's that mentally unstable and emotionally unstable, I don't know what it's called in Alabama. I know in Las Vegas is a legal 2000. Philadelphia it's a 302, where family or friends or a doctor or someone can put the person on a 3-day hold in a mental institution just to make sure that they are stable. She needs to be on some sort of suicide watch. I hope that she does not do anything to harm herself. Yes, this is a huge, embarrassing ordeal. I assume she's embarrassed. Maybe she's not. Maybe she doesn't give a buck. But according to her parents and her ex-boyfriend, I'm assuming he's ex now, she's so mentally and emotionally unstable. She's so mentally and emotionally unstable she can't even speak with the authorities. Then maybe she should be in some sort of legal 2000 situation where she's on a psych hold, because she needs to go on and face the music. It's not going to go away, baby Carlee. It is not going to go away. You're going to have to answer for what you've done. The parents need to stop trying to pretend. You can support your child, but she did something wrong, and you cannot have this buck everyone attitude, because it wasn't buck everyone when she went missing and you got everyone involved and you accused people of not wanting to look for her because she's black and all of this other stuff, and everyone kicked in and looked and dug and found out that she was telling lie. Okay, she was telling them lie. Now, let's talk about this, because this can happen when we're young, and as we can see, it can happen when we're seniors. And the reason why I'm doing this comparison is because, ladies, we have to be stronger emotionally when it comes to our relationships. A lot of women out here are thirsty for a relationship. You're lonely, and I understand that. But the bottom line is you can't just hitch your wagon to anyone. Okay, you have to take the time that you are single to love on yourself, groom yourself, and that shouldn't change when you partner up with a man. Or if you're part of the LGBTQ community, if you partner up with another female. That should not change. You should love yourself whether you're in a relationship or not. And while you're single, take the time to be in tune to who you are, what you like, what you don't like. How can you live your best, highest life? How can you be your best, higher self? So when you do meet someone, you're looking for someone who's vibrating on a higher level because you're vibrating on a higher level. You're looking for you're not broken because broken people attract broken people. And when a broken person attracts a broken person and you become broken together, you can end up broke and in jail. So let's get it with this. Um, Shirley Strawberry, we all know, is a part of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. There's a lot of controversy on whether she should just bow out of the show. I know that there's probably some contractual things there and going on. But, you know, what do you think? Should she just go on and leave the show under this circumstances? A lot of people say no. A lot of people say yes. This is from the North Carolina Beat. Steve Harvey Morning Show co-host Shirley Strawberry's husband charged with pedo charges. Now, he's charged with about 52 counts of different things, from fraud to pedo charges, and word is that he's going to be charged with more stuff. I mean, he was busy, but all people are considered innocent until proven guilty. But the article reads, child, I bet you this is one letter Shirley didn't want to open. Right? She's opening her own. Word at the Fulton County DA's office, Shirley Strawberry's husband, Ernesto, is facing 4 counts of sexual exploitation involving a child. And we haven't heard a Strawberry letter about this one on Steve Harvey Morning Show yet. What's even shocking is that, according to prosecutors, Shirley told her husband he could go to Dubai and stay at Steve's home to dodge these charges. See, this is what I'm talking about. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You know he's all the way wrong and that you're trying to sit up there and cover for him. Now, you could say, oh, well, maybe she thinks he's innocent. Let's hope Steve Harvey is worried about who Lori Harvey is in bed with instead of trying to provide housing to an alleged pedo. A bond hearing for Williams was held on June 26. Prosecutors did not go into the alleged accusations they accused Williams of, but say he faces at least 4 counts of sexual exploitation and is about to be hit with at least 15 more serious felony charges. And if you want to read the rest of this article, I'll leave a link below. But my point is this. She's standing by her mind. Standing by her mind. Sandra Rose article, July 4th, 2023. Steve Harvey's co-host Shirley Strawberry's husband charged with fraud, possession of child porn, and so many other things. So, she wrote a letter asking a judge to release her husband from jail. This lady right here wrote a letter. And see, for all you people who are saying that she shouldn't bow out of the Steve Harvey show because it's tarnishing the show, it could affect advertisers, you're being unrealistic. I mean, these are serious charges. Williams, 58, was arrested on fraud and child P charges. Police allegedly found a single incident photo of an underage child on his computer. Williams was charged along with another woman who is said to be his girlfriend, Erica King, 47, who pretended to be his attorney. And from my understanding, he had a girlfriend living not too far from where he and Shirley were living. Strawberry, 69, was reportedly aware of her husband's lover. They rented the house right next door to Shirley's home in Roswell. What? What? She was right next door? Oh my goodness. I guess they wanted to make it convenient for him. He could go splash in the pool over here, splash in the pool over there, and but Williams and King fell behind in their rental payments and began bouncing checks. Roswell police launched an investigation into their financial transaction and uncovered their $1 million credit repair scam. They would align themselves with their victims with promises to be able to grow their brands, their missions, their life goals, their social media followings, said Roswell Police Officer Tim Lupo. Williams has an extensive criminal record that includes serving time in prison for fraud and armed robbery. Now, I'm all for people coming out rehabilitated, and that doesn't mean that they can't settle down and find a relationship. But ladies, you've got to be realistic. Sometimes these people are not rehabilitated. They're still who they are. They still who they are before they went to jail. Williams' connections to Strawberry was confirmed when she wrote a letter to judge pleading for Williams' release. As a condition of his bond, the judge ordered Williams to stay away from Strawberry's daughter and her 2 children. He was also ordered to avoid any contact with animals. When William wasn't committing felonies, he was a respectable businessman who operated a popular 24-hour barbershop. So this was the image that he gave, that he was operating a barbershop and blah, blah, blah. The bottom line is where Shirley has gone wrong is, these serious charges, and you're standing by your man, bail him out of jail. You're trying to bail him out of jail? I really don't understand why women are willing to, not all women, of course, but why some women, and men are willing to just sacrifice themselves so much for someone that they know isn't right. So Shirley Strawberry breaks down after her husband scams her, okay? So Shirley Strawberry, the co-host of the show, we all know that, has revealed that she was scammed by her husband of 6 years, Ernesto Williams. In an emotional video posted on her Instagram account, Shirley said that Ernesto had been lying to her about his identity, his finances, his intentions. She should have really looked more into him before she married him. I mean, she's too old for this. I can see if you're 18, 19, and but she's almost 70 years old. You've been around the block, your friends have been around the block, you've seen things. When you get to this age, you are mature enough. But when it comes to the D, a lot of women just lose their mind. In an emotional video posted on her Instagram account, Shirley said that Ernesto had been lying to her about his identity, his finances, and his intentions. She said that he had used her name and credit to buy cars, houses, and other luxury items without her knowledge or consent. I'm surprised her credit isn't locked. She also said that he had been cheating on her with multiple women, some of whom he had impregnated. Shirley said that she found out the truth when she hired a private investigator to look into Ernesto's background. She said that she was shocked and devastated by what she discovered. She said she felt betrayed, humiliated, and heartbroken. She said that she had loved Ernesto and trusted him with her life. She said that she had no idea how he could do this to her and why he would do this to her. Why he would do that to all of the people he scammed and conned. But yet you still turn around and try to bail this sucker out of jail? I believe the bail was denied. I think they revoked or... Anyway, Shirley said that she was sharing her story to warn other women who might be in similar situations. She said that she wanted to help them to avoid the pain and suffering that she had gone through. She said that she hoped that they would learn from her mistakes and listen to their intuition. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Take the time while you are single to heighten your intuition, to get to know yourself, to vibrate at a higher level, be your higher self. Because I have the 3-day rule, and I was saying this to some people the other day when we were out. When you're dating, it's going to be 3. It comes in 3. 3 minutes, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, maybe 3 years, but it's usually in the 3 that you know what this person is all about. You may not want to believe it. You may ignore the red flags, but this person tells you everything you need to know about them within either 3 minutes or 3 days or 3 weeks. Now, I say either 3 minutes, 3 days, or 3 weeks because maybe they left a good impression on you the first when you met them and you hadn't gone out on a few dates yet, but usually you'll know. You'll know. Okay? She said that she wished that she had paid more attention to the red flags and the signs that something was wrong. She said that she regretted ignoring the advice of her friends and family who had warned her about Ernesto. So she was warned. Her little intuition was tingling. She could lose her career and maybe even, you never know. Why would she? It makes me question, does Ernesto have something on her? Well, why would she try to bail somebody out? Why would she try to bail him out knowing that he was charged with all this stuff? I mean, you can't possibly have believed that all of the charges were some trumped up, made up thing. This is not some he said, she said. If it was some he said, she said thing, I can see you giving your husband or spouse the benefit of the doubt, and standing by them. But all of these different charges and things like that, and you're still trying to bail him out, even knowing that he hustled and conned and cheated and lied on you? Don't save face now, baby. Oh, don't try to save face now. Don't try to save face now and say what you think the public wants to hear. Look, women, and I'm going to wrap this up. There are a lot of us out here who are just fools. Just fools. What are you willing to sacrifice to be in the presence of this man that's gotten you all hot and bothered? Are you willing to risk your freedom? We've seen the For My Man show. You willing to risk your life, your freedom, your money, your time? And some of you are out here, a man can beat you, cheat on you, steal from you, dog you out, publicly humiliate you, and you'll just be holding on to him like a booger stuck to the hair in your nose. Just holding on to him. But let a family member have a bad day or something like that, or be going through something, you don't want to speak to them for years. It's quicker for you to cut your child off or your sister off or a good friend off, but a man can kick and stomp and beat you, shoot you, stab you, all kinds of stuff. These women are running down, bailing these guys out, forgiving them, sleeping with them after he done beat you to a pulp. But you don't have any forgiveness for your family who don't even do anything close to that. Got to really examine yourself and what you're doing. And a lot of times it's not just about sex in these relationships with these abusive men. It's about something emotionally that you are lacking within yourself. And like I said, what good is it for someone to gain the whole world yet forfeit their soul? Now this woman's nearly 7 years old. 70. She's nearly 70 years old. All of these years she's wasted with this man. And for it to end like this, was it worth it? Was it worth her career? Was it worth her reputation? Was any of it worth it? Was it worth going to jail for? To be with him? The same thing like with Carlee. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Is it ever worth it? Is it ever worth gaining the whole world and losing your soul just for his touch? Just for him to be a warm body in the bed next to you? Knowing that he's lying to you, cheating on you, beating on you, using you for money, using you for a place to stay, not taking care of the children that he's making with you. Is it worth it? Please leave your comments below, like, share, and subscribe. This is Wonders of a Black Woman. Peace.